Okay, thanks for being here. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about how to wholesale real estate. Okay, welcome back to another episode of Real Estate Freedom TV. I am Jerry Norton, your host, and I'm excited to be here with you on this episode and in this channel and all these videos that I do. It's all about how to help you achieve freedom in this business, freedom in your life to have, be, do, and give everything that really matters, the most important things in life. That's what this is all about. And wholesaling real estate is definitely one of the best vehicles for achieving financial freedom. Once you achieve financial freedom, it then frees up everything else in your life so that you have the time, right? You start with financial freedom, then you get time freedom from that. And that's so exciting. I've been able to achieve that in my life. Remember, I became a millionaire in real estate by the age of 30, doing what I'm sharing with you on this channel, on this video. So how to wholesale real estate. In previous videos, we talked about what is wholesaling real estate. And here on this video, I wanna break it down into 3 steps for how to wholesale real estate, okay? So remember, real quickly, just a brief overview. Wholesaling real estate is when you get a contract for the purchase of a property and then you flip or assign that contract to another investor buyer who steps in and buys the property and pays you a fee for your contract, okay? That's wholesaling real estate. It's got to do with the paper. It's flipping your contract, not the house. And it's a great way to make 3, 5, 10, all the way up to $25,000 or more on a transaction. And I'll share with you a deal I did recently in a minute where I made $32,000 on a wholesale deal. Super cool. Okay, but first let's talk about the 3 steps. So step number 1, when it comes to wholesaling real estate, is finding deals, okay? Finding deals. In order to have a contract, in order to get a contract that you can flip and make money, you've got to have a good finding, and we call this lead generation or acquisitions, right? You've got to be able to go out in whatever market you're looking for in farming and find leads, find motivated sellers who want to sell their properties, okay? This is perhaps one of the most important, the absolute most crucial things that you can do. And I'm going to come back and talk a little bit more about this in a minute, but this is where the majority of your time, energy, and effort needs to go. It needs to go into finding deals. Because if you get good at finding, if you become a deal finding machine, you will make gobs of money in this business. You will become rich in this business because everybody right now is looking for deals. Deals, there's a shortage of deals, which means if you're able to learn how to find and locate and get them, you are way ahead of everybody else, and people will pay you handsomely for those deals. They'll pay you more than they've ever paid for deals in the entire 15 years that I've been doing this full time, okay? There has never been a better time than right now to learn how and to wholesale real estate. Okay, so finding deals is step number 1. Number 2 is all about the structure. It's all about how you structure the deals. Okay, so you find a good deal. Now what do you have to do? You have to analyze it. You have to get a contract. You have to, negotiate with the seller, agree on a price, and you need to get that deal at the price where you have room to then flip it and make money on that contract. Okay, so structuring becomes very, very important. This is our deal analyzing. This is our paperwork, right? It's putting that together. And the 3rd step is then where we flip the contract, okay? We flip it. And really here what I'm talking about is cash buyers. Cash buyers. That's what we call them. These are investors in the marketplace, local to where you're looking for deals, and they have funding, they have capital, and they want to buy. They are aggressively buying. In fact, they want deals like they want air. But here's the thing. A lot of investors, especially landlords, even fix and flippers, they're lazy. They don't want to go out and find deals. They don't want to go out and make offers. They don't want to do the work to get the deal. They just want the deal and do their thing. Go in there and rehab or if it's a landlord, they just want to put a tenant in there and that's their thing. Okay, there is such a demand for wholesalers in the marketplace right now. Because if you can go out there and you can put a little hustle in there, you can put some systems in place, you can get some tools and some training, and you can go out and know how to find these motivated sellers, how to talk to them, how to structure these deals, then you can flip for a lot of money. Okay, so let me illustrate just how cool this is, just how the magnitude of what you can do with wholesaling real estate. So recently I did this deal, and this is in Oak Park, Michigan. And Oak Park is an area where I've done a lot of deals. It's my hometown market. I don't live there anymore, but I do a lot of deals still there. And what happened was I've got this contract for $25,000 on this little brick house in Oak Park. And what happened was it was a landlord that owned this property. They had been renting it out. They'd owned it for years and years and years. And the owner of the property got sick. They had an illness they were dealing with. The property goes vacant, and it needs all this work done on it to get it ready to rent again. And she was just done, burned out, wanted out. So I came in and I said, not a problem, I'll buy the property. We did a contract for $25,000. Now, I turned around and I knew some investors in that area. I knew this house fixed up was worth like $120,000. I went to a couple of the investors that I knew and I said, hey, I've got this deal. I got a lot going on right now. I'll just wholesale it to you, and you can take it and you can fix it up and flip it or rent it or whatever you want to do. And they said, great, I'm interested. I want it. I know that area. I'm looking for a deal right now. I said, okay, the number is $57,000. $57,000. I'll wholesale it to you, Mr. Investor, for $57,000, meaning I would make a $32,000 wholesale fee, right? I got it for 25. I'm flipping it to them for 57. Now that's a huge wholesale fee. And I said to this investor, I said, listen, I got to tell you straight up, because he said, yes, I'll do 57. That's great. And then he's going to put, 25 into it and sell it for 115 or whatever. So there's room for him to make money too. So I said to him, I said, listen, here's the deal. I've got the contract on this property for $25,000. You're agreeing right now that you'll pay $57,000. That means I'm going to make a $32,000 wholesale fee. And I want to know right now that this isn't going to be a problem for you when we get to closing and you find out I'm making $32,000. Because if it's a problem, then I have other investors that will gladly pay $57,000 right now today, and I don't want to mess around. So are you okay with that? I don't want any problems. I want to be right up front with you that I'm making $32,000 on this deal. And he said, Jerry, I get it. You got a great deal. No problem. I'm fine that you're making $32,000. I want it. I'll pay $57,000. That works for me. We went to the closing. I got a check for $32,000. Didn't do anything. I didn't fund it. Didn't bring any money to the deal. I didn't fix anything up. I didn't have to manage contractors and do rehabbing. I didn't have to do any of that. I have to do marketing and sales to find a buyer. None of it. Because I had systems in place to find a deal like that. I structured a deal with the seller for 25 and with my new buyer for 57 using a couple pieces of paperwork. This is just a purchase and sale agreement. This is an assignment agreement. Okay, 2 documents. And I flipped it and made $32,000. Now, do you always make $32,000? No, I wish. That would be awesome. But listen, you live for those days, right? You do a lot of 3s and 5s and 7s and maybe some 10s. And now and then you get some good ones like this, right? But if you're in the game, then deals like this will start to happen. They'll come your way. But you got to get in the game. You got to get started. This is the 3 main steps to wholesaling houses. And I'll tell you what, I'd like to help you get started. I'd like to help you get your first check or your next check if you're already doing this. I'm looking for deals. I'm this guy right here, willing to pay for deals because I've got systems in place. I flip houses all across the country. It doesn't matter any of the 50 states. I'm after the deal. So as long as the deal meets my criteria, I don't care where it is, I'll buy it. What's that mean for you? It means for you right now watching this, I don't care if you're in, Kansas, Mississippi, Missouri, Arizona, I don't care where you're at. If you find a deal that meets my criteria, I'll pay you $10,000 for that deal. So here's how you got to do. Here's what you got to do to get started. If you want to submit deals to me, get paid $10,000, I'll teach you how to find them. I'll teach you how to structure them. I'll train you. I'll give you the paperwork. I'll give you tools for finding deals. I'll give you all of that so that you can go out, find deals, bring them to me. You can get started making money in this business. I'll pay you $10,000 every deal. You don't have to worry about funding. You don't have to worry about managing, marketing, and sales. any of those things, I'll do that on my end. I'll pay you $10,000 right up front. So as soon as you bring the deal to me and we go to the closing, I'll pay you $10,000 and then I'll do the rest and you're out and you get to go do another deal. Okay, super exciting, love this business, looking for more deals. This is how you and I can work together, and it's how we can have a win-win because it gets me more deals and it gets you $10,000 checks so that you're making money too. All right, so click the link in the description. That's how you can learn how to get started. It's gonna take you to a web class I'm doing where I'm gonna talk all about this, how to get started, how to do it. So click on that link in the description and I'll see you on that web training. And thanks again for watching this video, and I hope you're excited to get started wholesaling.